Go.
Hey, John.
Hey, Eric. How you doing tonight?
Good. And neither of us are experiencing Snowmageddon in Oregon right
It
now.
it is a snowstorm or something. There is snow on the ground at least. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it snowed an inch, so the
Portland shut
whole
down.
world there shut down. Yeah.
I actually don't quite know how much is that all it snowed was an inch, or maybe that's all on the valley
I
floor.
so I can see on my cameras, my little Ring cameras that I have, it is clearly about an inch that I can see on my cameras.
So I'm in California. I was supposed to fly home this evening, and my wife texted me like first thing this morning, school's canceled. It's gonna be snowing. You might want to stay another day. And so I was like,
Yeah.
I checked out of the hotel, took my bag to the office, didn't check into my flight, and then kind of checked on it and was like, all right, fine, I'll stay another day. so
Yeah.
so I'm here for one more day, and a buddy who did go home on an earlier flight today said that he made it home but had to leave his car at the bottom of the hill at parked at the park uh,
Oh.
because he couldn't make it up the hill. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ugh,
yeah. So anyway, hopefully it will be, snow doesn't tend to last that long. So hopefully by tomorrow I'll land in
no.
the day. I'll have daylight. I'll drive very slow, make it
Yeah.
home. So
Although I did hear they canceled school tomorrow already.
yep, I saw that.
So, but no, you're in
Good for kids.
California.
Good for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I am recently from California, but I,
Yeah.
I am currently on state number, let's see, one, two, three, four, five.
Five.
So I took a road trip and I went from Oregon down to California, Sacramento area, visited my family, my sister and my dad. Had some nice dinner. There's this thing called blue rice that I got from this Thai food place it was blue coconut rice and it was so good.
Ooh.
I want to go back to Sacramento to go get some more of this tasty Thai food. Um, and so we're just kind of doing a road trip because we can. And on Sunday, we drove down to, so now that's two states, Oregon, California. Sunday, we drove down to uh, Los Angeles area, and we
Okay.
got there about noon on Sunday or 1 o'clock on Sunday, and we're staying in Santa Clarita, so it's on the north end of LA, and we didn't have any set plans. It was like, well, we could go to the coast and kind of go visit, the beaches out in California. But our hotel was right across the street from Six Flags Magic Mountain,
Fun.
which closed at 6 o'clock, and it's
Oh.
1 o'clock. And so we're like, is it worth the money to go ride some roller coasters?
Sure.
And or should we just go to the beach? But the
Or
beach
watch
was
the
another
Super Bowl.
hour out. Well, yeah, there was that too. We could have sat in the hotel room. But my wife loves roller coasters, and we were
Awesome.
like, well, when else are we going to be in Southern California next to Six Flags? And we went in, and there were no lines for anything. We pretty much
Probably
walked
because
on
everybody was watching the Super Bowl.
watching the Super Bowl. Uh, but literally 20 minutes, I think, was the longest we stood in line. And we did 9 roller coasters. And I think we did them too fast because we didn't have time to recover between roller coasters.
Oh, did you make yourself sick?
So by about roller coaster 7 or 8, we're like, we need to sit down for a little bit. I think it was roller coaster 6, 5 or 6. Anyways, but it was a lot of fun. So we did that on Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday we drove down to Disneyland. My wife loves Disneyland, and we haven't been for a long time, so we did all the rides at Disneyland as well, Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday we drove to St. George, Utah. So it's in the very southern tip of Utah. So California, we passed through Las Vegas, so that's state number 3. To get from Las Vegas to St. George, you also pass through a 15-mile snippet of
Of
Arizona.
Arizona?
Yeah, so state number 4, and now we're in Utah, state number 5. So there's my current. I'm on state 5 of my round trip, and then the rest of the weekend we'll head up to Grandma's house in Salt Lake on probably Saturday, and then you know
You'll have to
finish the
hit
loop and go
you'll have
home.
to hit Idaho if you're making the loop. So there you
Yep.
go.
So we'll hit Idaho. That'll be state number 6.
Just like go
Uh,
across the river, you could call it 7 states as you pass by Biggs Junction or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. We'll go figure
Biggs.
some. Can we get into Montana or I don't know. Just
Yeah,
swing. Anyways,
fun.
so yeah, that's been the kind of the fun trip. So that's kind of my this past week, and my next week will be next week. I will still also not be at home,
Hmm.
but we'll be at Grandma's house. So working from Grandma's house, which is a nice thing about being a fully remote employee. I can work from lots of places.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so there you go. That's my week.
Fun,
Uh,
fun.
Super Bowl weekend, though, I did see the final score and saw the highlights. Looked like it wasn't really a very close game, so I'm not sure I missed much.
I mean, I think I was trying to think if I watched another football game this year, and I don't think that I might have watched a little bit of one sometime at some point. But yeah,
Okay.
so but I did. I sat down and watched like the hour and a half before the football game, and got to learn a little bit about some of the players that were on there. There was this really kind of interesting AI generated 5 minute special for Johnson, some um, coach of the Dallas Cowboys. It was in the depths of the uncanny valley for AI generated video.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little interesting, but it did make me perk my ears up and go, oh, what they oh well, even with throwing however much millions of dollars it is to do a multi-minute segment on the most popular football program of the year.
Yeah. Mm.
But I did watch it, although oh yeah, forgot. I set up Tableau because I was like, oh, where's it playing? Fox. I don't. Do I get Fox? Remember, Tableaus had been broken for me for a while. So actually, Sunday
Yeah,
morning, I
yeah.
I reset up Tableau because I'm like, my network's working now. Will it work? And it did. It seemed to mostly work.
Okay.
It cut off with like halfway through the fourth quarter, and I couldn't get it back. But
Oh,
I was already kind of like, eh. So
you
I was actually
already
surprised at
seen
the
it
final
all.
score. Clearly the Kansas City Chiefs like clearly made a couple scores at the very end where they redeemed themselves a little
Uh,
bit, but I don't know.
well, the Eagles also put in the second and third string so that everybody could say they played in the
Oh,
Super
maybe.
Bowl.
Oh, is that what happened? So
So,
okay.
yeah, I don't know that the Chiefs redeemed themselves at all. It was more the Eagles said, "Yeah, the game's over. We're going to let everybody
Let's
play."
make sure everybody gets a minute of
More than
of
just a participation trophy, they actually can say, "I played in the
okay.
Super Bowl."
Okay, I didn't know that, but okay,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense. So, no, anyway, so
uh,
anyway, that was my Sunday afternoon
okay.
at least. I was like, okay,
All right.
that was pretty cool. So, hey,
Cool.
I threw something in follow up because I've been
I saw this.
busy this week. Of course, it seems like
Mm-hmm.
it's ever more so these days. But
Oh yeah.
so I was like, oh, haven't been reading a ton. Hey, what's some topics? And oh my gosh, so there's so much stuff where the world's on fire. But so I went out to Krebs and I was like, oh, what's on Krebs? And literally the top story on Krebs, published yesterday, is kind of a follow up for something we talked about last March, which was this people search company founder.